Hi everyone, how are you? Thought I'd come on today and show you my process of me making 22 inspirational altered playing cards. This is for a swap that's being held in our Australian Arts Swap group, and I just thought I'd come on and show you the process. What I've done so far, these are very old cards that I had laying around. I think I have a couple more than 22. But what I've done, I've just gone and, what's the word? Sanded, just lightly sanded the front of each of these cards, just with a little bit of sandpaper. And what I'm going to do now is, I have this 12 by 12 sheet of, it's rather a heavy paper, pattern paper, and it's got this like a marble effect on it. So I've got a couple of those, plus I also pulled out this one that has the little squares on it. And I'm going to be doing, what am I going to be doing? I'm going to turn that over, and I'm going to use this pattern paper as the back for my cards. So I'm going to start off just with some glue stick and put it on the back of the card, and then just lay the card down on top of that paper. And it doesn't really matter if it's facing up or down, but because I have sanded the front side of these, I'm going to actually have them all facing upwards, if you know what I mean. So I shall quickly get this done and then get on to the next step. That's the first one. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So that's 15. That's my 15, 17, 19, 21, 22, 23. That's 24 cards. But I actually think I might just grab a few more and put it down, just so that I have a bigger substrate. Okay, so that's my background for that one so far. I think I didn't turn the camera back on. And I've just got a little bit, I used the punchinella and just done some circles with some of the cheap paints and also with the dabber, and I'm going to let that have a dry. And I'm going to start on this one. Now this one here, I think I might go more for purpley colours. Okay, so with this one, these ones, I'm going to well, I wanted to, why isn't that coming out? And I'm not sure how that's going to whether that's going to stay on those, because I haven't sanded those ones there at all. I have sanded these ones. These ones aren't sanded. So we will just see. Might start with this one actually. Okay, I'm rolling this time. I forgot to turn the camera on last time. Okay, so now I am going to use some white and just put a few little marks on them. And I'm just putting them anywhere on here, not really thinking about what I'm doing. Maybe I should think, then I would have put the camera on before. Oh dear. It's very, very hot here today. Very, very hot. I have my fan going, my ceiling fan going. And I just hope you can't hear my husband. He's on the telephone to Optus. They have, I don't know, they keep sending out a bill that we don't own. And he's really not getting much leeway with the big company. Let's just press those down, get the excess paint off. Let that dry a bit more. Another baby. This one I'll do. Oh, that's pretty coloured baby white. Okay, and I'll hang that up just up there. I don't think you can see it. I'll just hang it on my tripod to dry. And then I can use it for another project. I might let that one, okay, just dry a bit. And I'm going to work on this one. Now, I'm actually going to put some gesso on this one first to see how it goes. And a brush. Still got purple on it. I think I might need a little bit more light too, I'm not sure. Oh, that's a bit better, I think. Okay, push these out of the road. I've got a mess again on my table.
All done. An hour.
An hour on the phone. Oh gosh, darling. But this is the third time.
But it's all done now.
Please don't swear I'm recording.
Well, what do you think I am? A foul mouth like Ronnie?
No, don't say that. No, so it's all done, all settled? Yep. Well done. Good on you.
Ella did it.
Ella.
E-double-L-A. fella.
Yeah, until next month and you'll get another bill. Just write it down. Write the person. Oh, you did write it down.
And her ID.
And her ID. Good, okay.
She's going to send out a letter.
A letter
saying that I own nothing.
Right, thank you. Okay, good one.
Don't laugh too much, you'll wet yourself.
I'll have a cup. I'll have a cuppa, please.
No, you'll wet yourself.
I'll have a cuppa. Stop being rude.
It's too hot. You want a glass of Coke?
No, I want a cuppa.
It's too hot. You'll pit on yourself.
It's not. Oh, he's just been he's being an absolute prat lately. He had for the first week or so in January got sick again, got very, very sick again, and he's just started to come good, and I think actually yelling at somebody on the telephone has made him feel better. I will cut the parts out where he's talking about my incontinence. No, I don't. No, I don't have incontinence, and it's not a laughing matter, but yeah. It was so funny a few days ago when we had Sammy here staying with us. That's our 5-year-old grandson. He made me laugh so much that I actually piddled. Now I've got to stop laughing now. Oh, I can't even remember what he'd done now, but I'll just remember laughing and laughing, and like, Sammy just kept doing, I don't know, he was doing something, that just made me laugh, and Richard and I both really laughed, and it's so good having a really good laugh. Okay, I'm going to try and dry that up a bit. I'm just going to give that another coat with the gesso, just a light one. Just giving it a good coat. I'm not trying to cover it all up, but I do want a bit of the cards I want a bit of the cards showing, so I'm not really trying to cover it all up. Okay, so I think that's about it. Okay, rightio. So this time I'm going to use some oranges, I think. I'll get them out of my orange, yellows, pink. That one. Might do some red as well. Reds and yellows. And green. Thanks, darling.
I'll get you whenever you're ready.
You want Ventolin?
When you're ready.
Alright, I'll come out now and do it. Okay, I'll be back in a sec. My husband needs his medication. Okay, I've given him some of his... I've put him on his machine and he made me a cuppa. Yay, this is the first cuppa I've had in about a fortnight off him. Did you hear that, Ginny? When he's sick, he doesn't make me cuppas. Ah, that's lovely. I don't know what it is, but even though it's so hot here, I really, really, really still enjoy having a hot cup of coffee. Okay, so now I'm going to use a sponge, and I'm just going to sponge some of these colours on this one. That's if I've got any in there. Oh, dear oh dear. Might not be any. Oh, look at that. Just a little bit. Put a bit more on there if any more's in there. I think that's actually taking the paint off a bit, but that's okay. I can work with that. Alright, there's that one, and I'm going to use some orange. That paint is coming off a little bit, so might dry that up. You can see the white and see how that one there's come up. That's okay. I'll work with it somehow. Alright. Put the lid on that. Now I'll dry that. There's my, and now I'm just going to put a bit of white on, and I'm going to, I don't really want to scrape it, so I'll just get a little brush, I think. Right, rightio. So I've got some white on there, and I'm going to dry that again, and I'm going to come in with a bit more yellow, but I might use this light yellow. Let's see how much is left in that. Wow, that is so runny. And I'm just going to use my finger this time, just to put some yellow on the page. So I'm liking the look of that so far, and I'm trying to, while I'm doing this, I'm actually trying to see what the individual ones look like, so if I need to put a bit more colour somewhere I can, but that's looking pretty good. And now, what do I want to do? I might put a little bit of green on, so I'm going to use some of this green, the Liquitex Basics. And I actually might use a card this time. So I've just got an old card, and I'm just going to just put some lines all over the page. I'm not sure how much you can actually see. I'll bring you in a little bit and see if you can. There we go. See? It's, you can see it quite clear in person. And I'll have to go out now because you won't be able to see what I'm doing. Zoomy zoom zoom. Look at the mess on my table. And I'm just going to go this way as well. And I think I've just got something on every one there. And I'm really liking that. That looks pretty cool. Alright. And got a little bit more green left. I'll put some down here. Okay, so that's done. Alright, so I'm going to let that have a dry before I do put anything else on that. That looks pretty cool, I like that. I like the colours. I like that little bit of pattern on there. Now, come back to this one. And I think it needs something else, so a bit more colour for me. So I'll go back in with some of that yellow that I have left over. And some of that green. And I think I want some other little pattern on there too, and I've got this little bit of foam sponge that I am going to dip in the yellow and then just put it on here. Makes a really cool pattern. I like these bits of foam. They come out of packaging. A bit more yellow. Where is my yellow? Over here. No, what did I do with it? Oh, right in front of me. Let's see if I can get any more out. Getting very low on paint. Okay. Okay, I like that. That's pretty cool. Go over that one. That looks pretty cool. Alright, I think that's enough with that one. And I'm going to let that dry again now. So that looks pretty cool so far. And I'm thinking, what can I do with this one? I just want to get all the paint down on the cards first, and then I thought I'd go and do some stamping. But I'm just trying to think. I really like this flower one. So maybe if I bring a bit more pink into it. Now that my sheet of cards is completely dry, I've got that one, I've got that one. I really like that, that looks so cool. And I have that one. So what I'm going to do now is just do a little bit of stamping and stenciling, and I think I might start with my script stamp first and just get a little bit of this down. Just randomly on my cards. I think that will do. And I'm going to use this Tim Holtz stencil, alphabet stencil, and I'm going to also still use my Stays On ink, and I might just do a little bit of stenciling on it. That looks pretty cool. Alrighty, so I've got that on, I've got that, some stenciling. Now, I think I might leave that one, and that's my background done. And that's the back of those ones. So I'll just leave that, and I'll go on to the next one. Now this one, I think I might like to, let's see, what I might like to do first is actually just go around and do some scribbles. No, I'm not. I'm going to do some stamping. I'm going to use my little circle stamps here. And see if I can get some ink on these with my little stamp that I made here. And one more, I think, just there. Just make sure I've got no up here, because they didn't come out very well. But that's okay, it's the background. Alright, so I'm happy with that, but I am still going to just do some squiggle lines around these circles. And I'll get my white Signo pen, and I'm going to go around this again. I actually think I might use the black and go around these as well, because they look pretty boring at the moment. So I've got them done. I don't think I've missed any now. And might do a bit of stamping, and I'll use this little dot one just to put a few dots in the background. I think that background looks pretty cool. So I'm not sure if you're going to see the dots, the spots, the little spots in the background, but they're there. Okay, so that's, whoops, that's my second one. And this one here, now it's a very busy background at the moment, and I'm just thinking might like to break it up a bit, and I might use this again, the stencil, or will I use the heart stencil? No, I'll use this one. I might use this one actually. I'll do a couple with this one just lightly and see how it is. No, I think I might go with this one. I'll do this one again. Yeah, I think it's going to just break it up a little bit more than, and I'm going to use the bigger ones on this too. So I've got the bigger and the smaller. Yep, that looks better to me. Okay, a bit more on this one, and got some there and a bit more up here and there. Okay, alright, so there's a little bit on everything there. And do I want to do any more to it? Let's put a couple with this on it. The oh, I can never remember what that's called. Little diamonds, whatever. Rightio, I think that's enough. Maybe a bit there, there. Okay. Alright, that's enough of that one. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, I've got my 3 backgrounds done for my cards, And now I am just going to go through my stash of pictures and ephemera and see what I can find to put on there. We also have to have an inspirational saying, so I've got all my sayings ready to be printed out, so I can go and do that and grab the rest of the ephemera I'm going to be using, and I'll be back. They look pretty cool, don't they? I'll come out a little bit so you can see them. So yeah, they look pretty cool. And there's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. So that's 45 cards I'm going to have done. Yay! Happy mail too, as well as the swap. Okay, I'll catch you soon. I've popped back on just to show you my finished cards. So I cut them all up, and the orange ones had that coloured background, and they all turned out pretty similar but different. And now all I have to do is just to go and individually decorate them and put an inspirational quote on them. So some I might just leave plain and put the quote on because I really like the backgrounds, and the others I might stick an image on or do something else with them. But they turned out really nice. I really like all of them. So they're more or less the same but different. So thanks everyone for watching. And those ones had the marble backing on it. And out of the 3 sheets of 12 by 12 paper, I was able to get 45 altered playing cards and the backs on them as well. So that was pretty cool. Okay, and I'll most probably just pop on in another video and show you how I have decorated the 22 that I need for a swap. Okay, thanks everyone for watching. You all have a great day. Bye bye.